God did.
It's cheap. What's good? This baby smoking. Look at that art, man. See rosa, dorado, azul, plateado, marrón, blanco, verde, rojo. My father, la promesa, Toro. My father, the promise, bull. It's a beautiful piece right here, man. Smokes like a true champion. One thing I want to tell y'all, I got this cutter right here, and as you can see, it cuts in that nice V shape. It's that V shape cut. And what I like to do is I'll cut it one way and then I'll cut it vertical then horizontal. So I got two slits in it like a cross, so that you can get a lot more smoke in it and it's pressure. I can already tell from the vibes that this is gonna have to be a double upload, just like how I did numero uno and numero dos. So I'm gonna hit the numero tres and the numero cuatro back to back. Empire, stand the fuck up. Toxic gang. Me llamo Jefe. Man, I don't even know where to start with y'all, man. One thing I've noticed about women, my 23 years on this earth, women love to be used. I know that's a statement that some people gonna clip it and let it go viral right there. I don't care. Y'all know the truth. Y'all know I'm gonna expand on this thought, on this truth of life. Women love to be used, and what I mean by that is women go through life being cherished and loved for just existing. And at times that weighs down on them. It's hard for them to figure out their purpose. Some of them who don't have masculine figures don't really know why they're loved the way they are. Besides the fact that we all know that A lot of dudes just want to get the box. It's deeper reasons to why women are cherished. You know, their womb is a major reason being able to carry on the next generation. But that idea daunts them, man. Some of them don't know what their purpose is. And to be honest, their purpose is to be used by man. This isn't a bad thing, right? The hierarchy goes God, man, woman, child. We all know the story. God created man, and man has purpose, and man was lonely, so God created woman. It gets a little deeper than that. See, woman is your queen chess piece. Woman is utility for you in order to achieve your purpose. So if you're around any woman and she's not helping you fulfill your purpose, you're not using her to her full potential, and she'll never really love you. There's women, and I know us players, we've experienced this. We've all had that one woman that no matter what time it was, we call her up to come through, she coming. We call her to pick us up, she coming. If we need something, she's bringing it. We don't really dive deep into that concept. Why? Why is she always available even though it seems like I don't give a fuck about her? It's because deep down she knows you don't give her mindless value like everybody else. When you need something, you call on her and she loves that about you. A lot of men make the mistake of then elevating that woman and forgetting the reason why she loves them. She loves them because he uses her like a tool that the Most High put her here to be. Now, in that example, the tool was most likely just some box whenever he wanted it. But us thinking on a higher level, we can use her better than that. All right, boom, I got a business. I need somebody to take these calls for my business, customer support. Boom, hey baby, pull up on me, I need you real quick. Boom, she here. Listen, baby, my business needs someone to answer calls. I believe in you, I fuck with you. I think you can do it to the best of your ability, and I know you can help me. She gonna do it. And now in this example, you're not just using her for box, you're using her for a greater good. She's gonna notice these things. Hey baby, I'm working hard. When I get home, I need a home cooked meal from you. Something only you can cook, that you great at cooking. And I need this house cleaned. That's what I need you to do. She owned it. See, there's a higher aspect of things we need to pay attention to. I'm not gonna lie and say I've known this forever. This really only became apparent to me in the past few months. A lot of things have been becoming more apparent to me. I've noticed that the women in my life, whenever I call on them to be a tool for the greater good, which is my purpose, they're there. Whenever you call on a woman for short-term gratification, the box, or some neck, that only lasts for so long before she leaves because she feels like she's not being used accordingly. These are things that happen in everyday life. You see with people in everyday life. I know you can relate to it, especially the players. Pay attention, man. It's a reason why kings, since the beginning of time, and emperors and chiefs have always had harems of women. It's because they're beings of purpose, beings that are connected to the Most High. And women know by aligning with them, indirectly they're aligned with the Most High. They know that when He calls on them, it's going to be something of purpose and value. And they are more than excited, more than grateful to being used to get to that purpose. Think about this, man. Why would a woman want to be a queen so bad, even though the queen is just the king's bitch? The queen is the king's bitch. Why do women want to be a man's bitch? Because a man of purpose can only use his chick to get to that purpose. So therefore, your purpose is her purpose. Therefore, she's helping complete a purpose of greater good. Therefore, she is valuable. And that's the root cause of this conversation. The value of the woman in your life. The value of the queen chess piece. The queen can go to anywhere on the chessboard because that gives the king the best advantage of winning in any situation. If she can go anywhere in this chessboard, that means I can put someone on my team anywhere in the battlefield and they can get the victory for me without me having to do it. Because I can only move one square at a time. In this world, we know fiat money, dollar bills, pesos, things of that nature. We know that as currency in the fiat world. But there's a such thing as universal currency. Gold would be one, women would be another. Women are universal currency because of their power, man. And until you figure out the power of women, you never deserve to have an abundance of women. You'll never treat them how they need to be treated. Pimping is cool, but pimping would be the basics or intermediary level of dealing with women. You have to build upon pimping. Using women for sex is too easy. Like, we being honest, it's too easy. There's so much more they can do. So that's why back in the day, pimping was glorified and now it's not so glorified. The square world, the Matrix, they don't know this consciously, but subconsciously they know this. Women can be used for a lot more than just sex. I'm not exaggerating when I say this. They can be used to take over differing kingdoms. They can be used to take down opposing empires. Now, moving on from the women aspect of this conversation. New Year's was about 19 days away. Well, 19 days prior was New Year's. Actually, 18 days prior. So now you know when I recorded this video. A lot of y'all wrote down goals. Let me scratch that. A lot of y'all told everyone your New Year's resolutions. And now on the 19th, that shit is something of the past. You forgot about that shit. Shame on you. Not only is the new year really in late April, March, my bad. Not only is the new year late March, early April, but real ones wrote down their New Year's resolutions in December. Didn't tell nobody about them. Kept reading them every day. And to this day, they're still reading them and doing what needs to be done in order to achieve them. And you're not going to know about it until they win in life. Then it may come out that they wrote this down a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. And they've been going a course and following the plan of action for all this time. And you sitting there like, they're an overnight success. That shit don't exist. Nothing great happens overnight. It's always a process. If I just explained you, change your ways. I know it's the 19th. Who cares? The real New Year is late March. Change your ways now. Write down a plan of action and read that plan of action every single day. That's the only way you make it a habit. That's the only way you keep your goals fresh on your mind every day. That's the only way you cultivate motivation every day. If you read what you wrote down, even put a signature by it so it's like a document, like it's set in stone, there's no way you can forget about what you need to do in this life. Put away the drugs, put away the liquor. I stopped the drugs and the liquor in December. I'm not joking, bro. That's why we doing cigar talk. I'm like, know what? I'm gonna do the cigars and I'm gonna profit off of it and I'm gonna help the people. Cause I ain't smoking weed and I ain't drinking. That shit takes you away from your goals and your purpose. It sidetracks you. This is coming from somebody that is a smoker at heart. I'm not gonna lie and say it's easy, man. It's far from easy. But it's so simple. It's so simple, man. Writing down your goals, reading them every day, and taking steps towards your goals every day, it's so simple. Like I just said it. I said it in its most simplest form, step by step. But what makes it so beautiful and cherished is that it's not easy. Every day you're gonna have thoughts of, I don't feel like doing this. What if I just skip this? But when you read what you wrote down, you snap back to reality because you remember you wrote it down for a specific reason. Honestly, bro, when I read my goals and my affirmations, I go back to the time when I first wrote them. The feelings I had when I wrote them. The motivation I had when I first wrote them. The things I had in mind when I wrote them. All that comes to the present moment. So I have no choice but to throw those feelings aside and get the job done. We masculine beings over here. We don't have time for feelings. Every day, we don't feel like doing what's good for us, but we still do it. We don't feel like getting up and grinding, but we still do it. We don't feel like talking to our woman some days, but we still do it. One thing I didn't write down, but I'm doing today is I'm not pursuing women. I know it sounds odd coming from Chief. because I got pulled like that. But I'm not pursuing women, man. It's a distraction. Now, I wrote down the type of woman I'm attracting into my life. I got specific with it. That's what we have to do with our goals. I specifically wrote down and put in my affirmations the type of woman I'm attracting in my life. And I'm sticking to it. Keyword, attract. Then you ask, well, Chief, how do you attract women without pursuing them? Well, my subconscious will create that reality. All I have to do is stay a course. And the funny thing is, the more I read it and listen to my affirmations, the more it becomes apparent to me how I'm attracting these women. And it's by staying a course and staying on my purpose. It's been a little minute since I've pursued women. And some nights I'm sitting there with my shit on rock hard, thinking about calling up an old chick just to come. Honestly, when you think about it, all I would be calling her to do is to come through and take my energy from me. That's what we do when we release. We release our life energy. That's why we feel tired or we have an epiphany after we bust. Because we just gave away our life energy. Why would you do that for no reason or for subpar women when you can use that energy and transmute it into your purpose and your goals? Use it as a motivation. When you in the mood, transmute it. Instead of being in the mood, transmute it to motivation and focus on your goals. And I know it's like easier said than done. You're right. Because it's only reserved for the greatest of gods, the greatest of kings. This is not for the everyday average man. I don't expect this of you. You can just be average and die broke. I don't care. Sometimes I think to reminisce on how hard the journey is, man. Like, it's crazy, man. It's not an easy journey to become great. And that's what makes the journey so worthwhile. That's why people are praised when they become successful. Because deep down, everyone knows it's not easy or they would be successful. Honestly, the only reason why it's so hard to become successful is because a majority of us aren't groomed to be successful. We weren't taught as children how to become successful in the most efficient manner. So we have a paradigm of lack, and we have to change that paradigm to a paradigm of abundance. But we have to do it ourselves. We have to reprogram our minds. Sometimes I get thoughts of, do you really want to be successful? Why do you want to be successful? Is it really worth it? I'm admitting to y'all, I get these thoughts sometimes. I observe them, think on them for a little bit, and finally come to the conclusion of, shut your bitch ass up. Of course you want to be successful. Of course. Why not? You weren't put on this earth for no reason. You weren't put on this earth for no reason. One of the GOATs, Dan Pena, he says the biggest reason people aren't successful is because of lack of self-esteem. because they entertain thoughts of limiting beliefs. I can't agree with them more. We can either be our biggest enemy or we can be our biggest asset. We can either speak life into ourselves or we can speak death. I choose to speak life. I choose to only be around people that choose positivity and greatness over negativity. That's my choice. And that's what I present with y'all. Two conflicting choices. Negativity or positivity. The choice is yours. I won't make you choose either one, but I'm gonna let you know I'm going this way. If you're going that way, cool. Go do you. Go live a life of scarcity and lack. Go deal with subpar women. Go live a uneventful life. That's your choice, man. If you rocking with me, you rocking with Chief, the Empire, the Toxic Gang, we going towards abundance. We ain't settling for nothing less. My father, La Promesa, Toro. Beautiful cigar, man. This is one of my best cigar talks. Facts. Funny thing is, I feel like that after every single one of my cigar talks. Every one I do just gets better and better. I love this shit. Mi amor. Te amo. I'm gonna end it with this. Don't forget where you came from. Don't forget everything you've been through. And don't forget that no matter how old you are, no matter what road you chose a year ago, it can all be changed today. It just takes a thought, feeling attached to that thought, and a burning desire to make it a reality. With that burning desire, you have to attach pen and paper to it. Write it down, record yourself saying it. Listen to it and read it every day. Every day. You have to continuously refresh your mind with your purpose and your values and morals and codes. Cherish, man, cherish this life. This magnificent, magnificent life. You only get one. Peace, love, prosperity. All love. 999. Me amo jefe. Hasta luego, mi amigo.
It really fucking breaks my heart that there's people out there that don't believe in us. Speedy, they don't believe in us. God did.